Yet measures on the medical front to contain the pandemic, both in Singapore and around the world, have made the second front of the battle, the economic front, even more difficult. These public health measures have caused severe economic disruptions and uncertainties. As more countries implement their measures, the economic disruptions will be wider, deeper, and more prolonged. The global economy is now facing both a supply and demand shock. On the supply side, supply chains have been disrupted as lockdown workers are unable to work. With highly integrated global supply chains, a disruption in any one part of the chain or in any one country will have knock-on effects worldwide. On the demand side, aggregate demand has fallen as people stay home and curtail spending. Consumer and business confidence are plunging in the face of growing uncertainties. Global growth forecasts for 2020 have fallen sharply compared to just a month ago. The IMF has downgraded its 2020 global growth forecast 3 times since January 2019 and flagged that a further downgrade is imminent in April. It added that it expects a recession at least as bad as during the 2008 global financial crisis. Global financial markets are being roiled by the mounting uncertainties and cutbacks in economic activity. Stock markets have come down from their peak some weeks ago. The S&P 500 index took only 22 trading days to fall by 30% from its peak, making it the fastest drop of this magnitude in history. The key volatility indices in Europe and the US, which some call the fear index, briefly reached levels last seen during the global financial crisis. Credit has tightened across the world, and the US yield curve has fallen below 1% for the first time in history. The disruptions around the world will significantly curtail global demand, disrupt supply chains, and possibly lead to financial shocks. As an open economy that is highly integrated with the global economy, we will be deeply impacted by these global shocks. Based on advanced GDP estimates released this morning, in the first quarter, the Singapore economy contracted by 10.6% quarter-on-quarter or 2.2% year-on-year, reversing the 0.6% growth in the previous quarter. This morning, the Ministry of Trade and Industry further downgraded Singapore's GDP growth forecast for 2020 for a range of minus 0.5 to 1.5% announced last month, minus 4.0% and minus 1%.